Hello, today we'll read Exodus chapter 33. In chapter 32 we saw that Israelite people couldn't respect the God and they made an idol, maybe thinking that that idol was a God, but you cannot do that. It's your it's a sin, because God cannot be uh, made like a copy of it, of him or something like that. And yeah, let's continue with chapter 33. Then the Lord said to Moses, "Leave this place, you and the people you brought up out of Egypt, and go up to the land I promised on oath to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, saying, I will give it to your descendants. I will send an angel before you and drive out the Canaanites, Amorites, Hittites, Perizzites, Hivites, and Jebusites. Go up to the land flowing with milk and honey. But I will not go with you, because you are stiff-necked people, and I might destroy you on the way." When the people heard these distressing words, they began to mourn, and no one put on any ornament. For the Lord had said to Moses, "Tell the Israelites, you are a stiff-necked people. If I were to go with you even for a moment, I might destroy you. Now take off your ornaments, and I will decide what to do with you." So the Israelites stripped off their ornaments and at Mount Horeb. So ornaments are something, if you take off, it's like you have an attitude of not being of being humble, not being proud, don't have, without any self pride or something like that. And we saw that God, when God went there, He told them to do that. So we, as in Romania Pentecostal, we don't use, and Baptists, we don't use. Nowadays, maybe it's not that. In some churches are not that strict, but there still are churches that we don't use ornaments, earrings or necklace or something. No. Okay, let's continue. Now Moses used to take a tent and pitch it outside the camp some distance away, calling it the tent of meeting. Anyone inquiring of the Lord would go to the tent of meeting outside the camp. And whenever Moses went out to the tent, all the people arose and stood at the entrances to their tents, watching Moses until he entered the tent. Very interesting. As Moses went into the tent, the pillar of cloud would come down and stay at the entrance, while the Lord spoke with Moses. Whenever the people saw the pillar of cloud standing at the entrance to the tent, they all stood and worshipped, each at the entrance to his tent. Very interesting, because God was with Moses and came to Moses through that cloud. The Lord would speak to Moses face to face, as a man speaks with his friend. Wow, I want that kind of relationship with God too. And it's not just I want and I wish. No, I really want that. But it's God's decision if He wants or not. But I'm waiting, and I hope that He will want. He told me that He will come at me. I don't know how, but when I will meet Him, I will see. I will recognize for sure. I will recognize him for sure. Then Moses would return to the camp, but his young aide, Joshua son of Nun, did not leave the tent. Whoa. Joshua was standing there praying to the God. And why would you leave the presence of God? Yeah, maybe Moses was very tired, and all the time Moses was with God, and maybe now he needed to sleep or to, I don't know. And he had family too. And I don't know why. Maybe it's not impossible to live with God. I mean, it's not, but not just you and Him alone, but you can with your family too. But still, maybe it's a bit different kind of relationship with God. Or, I really don't know. But I think it's possible. Moses said to the Lord, "You have been telling me, lead these people, but you have not let me know whom you will send with me. You have said, I know you by name, and you have found favor with me. If you are pleased with me, teach me your ways so I may know you and continue to find favor with you. Remember that this nation is your people." The Lord replied, "My presence will go with you, and I will give you rest." Rest, maybe he was tired, or the rest. Then Moses said to him, "If your presence does not go with us, do not send us up from here. How will anyone know that you are pleased with me and with your people unless you go with us?" Very good intention. Everyone, me and you should do that too. If you want to do something in this life, and you must do something, you should not let God and work alone. You should go with God always. We saw that Aaron and the others were not with God, and they made Aaron and made that idol. Without God, we are lost. So, yeah. How will anyone know that you are pleased with me and with your people unless you go with us? What else will distinguish me and your people from all the other people on the face of the earth? And the Lord said to Moses, "I will do the very thing you have asked, because I am pleased with you and I know you by name." Wow. If God say, "I know you," it means that God is not just with you, it's in you too. I mean, He has something in you, His presence, maybe the Holy Spirit or something. Then Moses said, "Now show me your glory." very interesting. And the Lord said, I will cause all my goodness to pass in front of you, and I will proclaim my name, the Lord, in your presence. I will have mercy on whom I will have mercy, and I will have compassion on whom I will have compassion. But, he said, you cannot see my face, for no one may see me and live. Then the Lord said, there is a place near me where you may stand on a rock. When my glory passes by, I will put you in a cleft in the rock and cover you with my hand until I have passed by. Then I will remove my hand and you will see my back, but my face must not be seen. Whoa, very interesting. If you see God's face, you may not live. And it seems that God have a face. It's very not so, oh God, no. It's the most important and the most mighty, and you must have fear. And it's normal to have fear. Anyone have fear in front of him, because he is the existence himself, that he created everything, and from him came everything. And he himself is the life, the light, the infinite. And how can you see his face? So it's very, you cannot think or whom he is, because he is so important that we don't realize it. I really want to meet God. And you should, this is the most important thing you can wish in your life. We will die. And yeah, we will resurrect, and after that we will see God. But I want to see him here from this life too. This is my wish, and I don't want to die without seeing him or meeting him or live with him all my life. But it is God's decision, and it's not something that it's the most important thing that anyone can wish. There is no other big thing than this. But yeah, in the New Testament we'll see God will, Jesus will say that to the disciple who didn't believe that he was resurrected, and to Thomas, and you believe because you see me, but it will be very more important, people who don't see, didn't saw me and they believe. It's more than the other that they saw me. Something like that. Yeah. So yeah, God is real. And I really want to meet him and you, after you will meet him, you will understand everything. It is the most important thing. And yeah, but as I experimented for about 7 years, I have still waiting. I'm still waiting God in a passive way, and it's, yeah, I should be more active, but I don't know how, or yeah, maybe I know, but I'm not very. I don't know how to start or how to. It's, but still, if you do nothing, just waiting, you might lose yourself. And you wait your God. You don't give up on that wish, but you cannot lose your time, your life, just by doing nothing. Yeah, it's like a protest, but still, uh, can you resist by uh, being in the light all the time and just waiting in some kind of a depression? If you are still, it's not okay, and you must believe and wait in a productive way. But it's still, I really don't know which is the best. I was afraid that if I will do something else, maybe I might lose the wish, the real wish, or maybe I will forget. And still, life is going on, gone. Uh, life is passing by, or passing, and still, you still made something. But as a protester, I think maybe it would be better to do nothing and just standing and waiting God. But still, I really don't know the answer. But still, finding a practice of waiting Him in a productive way. I mean, and I don't know how to do that. I might lose myself, so for me, I think it's better to, yeah, waiting for God, but still doing something with the time that is passing. Okay, still it's a subject of discussion. I'm really not sure which is the best way. Yeah, it's the best by losing myself. It's better by doing something. But still, if I am not that strong by thinking I can protest and do, why by doing nothing all my life, just waiting for God and being in the light always. It's not easy. It's very hard. It's very hard to do nothing and just waiting. You might lose. It's not hard in a physical maybe, but in a spiritual way you can lose yourself, and you can lose lots of important things. You will become rusty maybe because you do nothing, and when you start doing something, or when God will say, okay, come on, I'm talking with you, now it's the time, and now let's do something. And you were waiting all your life and being like living in a lazy mode, lazy, by doing nothing and just walking, just contemplating or just thinking, just making plans or ideas, having, or, but still, yeah, if you still have an activity, it's good, but still, a better way for waiting is by doing something. Doing something that you know it's worth it. And you must not be so selfish. There are other persons in your life, your parents, your maybe your family, maybe your, and you cannot make them their life harden their life. You cannot harden their life just because you are protesting in front of God. It's something, it's a subject of discussion, and I'm not, I didn't arrive at a conclusion yet. Yeah, it's better for me, but still, I don't know. I really don't know. And if I wait, I have waiting. I have been waiting that in that kind by just by waiting. It's the time by for me to not just wait and do something with my time. Okay, that was the chapter, and may the God bless me, enlighten me, protect me, and enlighten me in the next chapter too. And if He wants, you will see me there too. God bless you all, and goodbye.